Welcome to another episode of Tea Time at PhyziX. I know the sign still says PhyziX, we're still converting that over, but we are PhyziX, and today we have a special guest. We have Marissa, founder of Revival Wellness out in Medfield. She will be here at the Lunar New Year event, bringing the famous Ballancer Pro for you guys to try, and I can't wait to dig in to understand what this is. But first of all, Marissa, so tell the audience a little bit about what is Revival Wellness.
So Revival Wellness, I opened in August 2023, and it is designed as a wellness and self-care sanctuary. So really focusing on like giving people a space to take a pause and prioritize their wellness and their self-care with the different wellness technologies that we have in the space. And also just creating a calming sanctuary where they can kind of escape the craziness of their day and just reset whenever they need it.
Mm-hmm. I love that, and I feel like we are creating something similar in our space right here, but of course in the respect of the profession of physical therapy. Now, what brought you to want to start something like this?
I took a roundabout way to get here. So I've always been passionate about health and wellness. I have an undergrad in business, so I kind of went the let's work in finance route, and then I wanted to work in retail, and then I wanted to work in a kitchen and a restaurant and all of that. And then ultimately I went back to school to get a master's in public health. And initially I thought I would work in hospital administration. I had some like grand vision that I was going to change healthcare in this country. Realized that that was probably an impossible mission. So I took a job doing consulting for big pharma, and about 2 years in, I kind of realized this is not aligned with what I believe to be health and wellness and all of that. But I stuck it out for about 8 years just because of the money and the benefits, and I have a kid and all of that. And then when I quit, my boss at the time had said, I'm really not surprised because you seem to be more into wellness. And so I quit, and I took about 6 months to just reset, and then brought this vision to Revival to life, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, so Revival, I know you guys offer something very different than other places with similar things. Like I know you guys have red light therapy, which is very popular, but the Ballancer Pro is something that we're going to be showcasing here at Lunar New Year. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so the Ballancer Pro, it's known as the Rolls Royce of lymphatic drainage. It's 60 times more effective than manual lymphatic drainage. So what it is it looks like this crazy high-tech sleeping bag. It's a two-piece garment. There's a lower body and an upper body. And there are 24 different chambers within the garment that inflate and deflate sequentially. So it kind of stimulates the lymphatic system, gets things flowing again. It also has smart technology, so it's able to pick up areas in your body where you might need a little bit more love. So say like your knee is swollen, or like you have a lot of like excess fluid in your abdomen area, it's gonna adjust the pressure accordingly. It's super relaxing. It's like one of those sessions that right afterwards you feel amazing. And with continued use, can boost your immunity, change like your skin tone, like kind of help with water weight, fluid retention, all of that. But it's an amazing device. There's really nothing like it.
Now, what made you want to bring a device like that into your practice?
Well, I looked to the West Coast for inspiration because they have, wellness studios in every corner out there. And so I read a lot about it. I read a lot about like the research that was behind it. I mean, the technology was developed 30 years ago in Europe. It has just taken a lot longer to get to the US landscape. It was originally made for lymphedema patients. So just kind of reading about the research, the benefits, and just seeing like the results that people would get with it. It's also like a really good blend of wellness and aesthetics. So like Paris Hilton owns one, like all the celebrities will do it before a red carpet event because of the aesthetic.
Well, tell me more about that. Why would doing something with the lymphatic system help with aesthetics?
So it's water weight and bloating.
Okay. So let's say I feel bloated. I gotta be on TV. I gotta look good. I go into Ballancer Pro. I come out and I can visually see a difference in.
Immediately.
Really? Like in my face?
In your face. One session. So that's why in the treatment room at Revival, I have a full-length mirror, because I always say like, you should look at your abs when you get out because it's immediate definition. It's all the bloating and the water weight is gone. So say you had an event, or like if you're getting married or something like that, you can do it 4 times a week, like leading up to that event, and it's incredibly slimming. It's body contouring, so that's why like a lot of celebrities swear by it.
I love it because it's non-invasive.
Yes.
And it's actually healthy to work on your lymphatic system. And I think that's a system most of us don't think about. Like we work with the nervous system, we work with the musculoskeletal system, which everyone understands. And I think the lymphatic system, I think it's going to become a lot more popular in the next couple of years because I think more and more people are learning about it.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes down to things like swelling. And I think this is important, not even just for aesthetic. Like someone coming in here, for example, with swelling that happened to their ankle and their knee. Well, traditionally what we do is, we'll compress that one area or we'll massage that one area. But what I think most people don't understand is that the fluid has to go through the whole entire lymphatic system.
Right.
And this product that you have at Revival can help flush that entire piece out.
Yeah, because the lymphatic system has no pump, right? It's not like the cardiovascular system, so stagnation is going to happen, and it's up to you to kind of get things moving again, whether it's with a lymphatic drainage device or like a massage, even like rebounding on a mini trampoline, dry brushing. There's like other like manual things you can do at home to get things moving again. So it's super important.
So some things we prescribe for our clients is when they have some kind of stuck swelling that wouldn't go away no matter what they do, is that we'll actually have them like tap different areas of the limbs just to open up that circulation. But it sounds like when you have the device on, it does it at a much faster speed and it's just much more effective.
Yeah, exactly. So the session starts off, it actually primes the vessels for drainage. So it's just like a light, like almost like a tapping. And then when the compression starts, that's when it gets stronger and we can adjust the pressure depending on like what your needs are. It's also really good for athletic recovery. So it flushes the lactic acid and any metabolic waste out. So if you came in and you were super sore, we would turn up the pressure to the higher end. And the NFL uses it in their locker room. So they say that it's like one session is like 2 days rest and recovery.
Wow,
so,
that's amazing. And I believe it too, because we just don't pay enough attention into the system, and it's so much more powerful than we make believe at the current moment.
Yeah. I feel like it started to gain more popularity, the lymph system, especially around COVID, because there were a number of clinics that were using the Balancer Pro as part of the COVID recovery. And it makes sense, like get the virus, the bacteria, everything out, just flush it out.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Now, do you see, how about like people after surgery? Do you see that to be beneficial for them?
Super beneficial. I had a client, she had her breast implants removed and she came in for a 12-week period once or twice a week and just reduces swelling, helps the healing process, can reduce like scarring and all of that, and then just getting the anesthesia out after a procedure. So once you're cleared by your physician for lymphatic drainage, it's a great option to do that.
When you said gets the antibiotics out of your system quicker?
Quicker, yeah.
So like how much quicker? Like say for example, someone's got the drug in their system and they don't do anything about it. Like how long would that take? And
I don't know enough about like the half-life and all of that, about how long it stays in your system, but I'd say the sooner that you can get it out, the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Why waste time not getting it out and just leaving it in there?
Yeah, and then it's really nice too, especially like heavy metals and all of that. So like you can come in, do the lymphatic drainage, and then get in the sauna, the infrared sauna, and it's gonna just speed up the detox process.
Right, because you also have all these other
it pairs nicely. That's a good duo to do. Yeah.
What is the best duo? Like let's say someone, like for example, I'm coming in, I definitely want to try the Balancer Pro for myself, just experience what that feels like, because I do feel like I need a good flushing in my body. So what would you recommend?
So I would do the Balancer Pro stacked with the nanovi, which actually I'm going to bring the nanovi to the Lunar New Year event. I'm going to bring two
things.
Yeah.
You're here to hear it first. I didn't even know. I thought we were just getting the Balancer Pro, and that's already a lot. And people get to experience the Balancer Pro here.
Yes, and the nanovi is a great add-on. And then I would hop into the sauna.
You're not bringing the sauna here.
No, I'm not going to bring the sauna here. But if you came to Revival, I would say do those three.
Okay.
and you'd be out like in a little over an hour and a half. So it's not like super time consuming.
Yeah, and how much time would someone need to be on the Balancer Pro to feel some sort of effect?
It's like a minimum of 6 sessions. Like I said, like after one session, you're gonna feel amazing. The water weight's gonna be gone. You're probably gonna fall asleep during the session, so it's also like really good for your nervous system and to rest and all of that. But I'd say a minimum of 6 sessions, like over a month to 6 week period, you'd really start to see like the added benefits of it.
Love it. Now, what is the nanovi?
So the nanovi, I love it. It's like it's a super like simple, non-invasive device where you're breathing in the 4th phase of water, which is a newer discovery. So we were taught in school there's only 3 phases. So
all right, here we go.
Yeah, so it's structured water or easy water. And what it is, it's a bioidentical signal to what your body produces to fight against oxidative stress. So if a free radical enters your cells, it's not picky, it just wants to grab onto something. If it grabs onto an antioxidant, that's great because it neutralizes it. But if it grabs onto a protein, it's gonna unfold the protein and damage the protein. So then it can no longer perform the necessary functions. And that's how like chronic inflammation can set in because the white blood cells are gonna rush to repair it and all of that. So this refills your body's reservoir to fight against free radicals. It's really good for like cognitive function, cognitive decline, anti-aging. There's this one woman that swears by it that's like turned back her biological age by like 13 years in doing it. It's really good for like stress management. I notice, you know, I'm getting older, so I've got some gray hairs. I've noticed less gray hairs from using it. My eyesight has improved, so it's like a miraculous device.
So how do you use it? Is it something you put on?
You just breathe. So you can choose to like wear a nasal cannula if you want. You just breathe it in. If not, there's like a paper tube and it just goes 1 to 3 inches from your nose and you just breathe in normally.
And you're just breathing like that?
So that's right. It's really good to stack on with other sessions.
Okay, this is cool because this is like something I've never heard of.
Yeah.
And this is why we have this podcast, is to introduce people to things that is quite unique, that is beneficial, and is not too far away from where we are. You guys are in Medfield, we're in Needham.
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes. That's kind of the borderline. Anything after 20 minutes, most people are like, I don't know, it's a little far now.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
20 minutes,
we're hitting right on that edge there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started Revival. Now tell me, like, what is your health journey like? What brought you to venture yourself into this realm?
Yes.
Like, did you deal with some things that you had to overcome?
Super stressful, like burnt out lifestyle. I had for a number of years, just kind of working like 60 plus hours a week.
This was back when you were in the business world? Or?
Yeah, the business world, yeah. Okay. So probably like, I'd say like 2010 onward was when like my career started to ramp up and I started, you know, I had like a higher level position, so I was really working all the time. I had no boundaries, so I would say yes to meetings at like 5 in the morning or like 11 o'clock at night, like working across time zones. My daughter was born in 2016, so then it's like, you know, you never shut off. It's like you work and then you're a mom, and I started to notice like I had no energy, I was sleeping all the time, I was super bloated, like I almost looked like gray. I wasn't eating right, like I was barely moving and all of that. So I kind of hit like a breaking point, just my body like couldn't handle it anymore. I also have glaucoma, which is like very rare for somebody like me to have.
Usually it's the older population that experience that.
Yeah, so I always attributed it to stress. And 2 years ago, like during a routine eye exam, my eye pressure was so bad that they're like, you're gonna lose the vision in your right eye. So it was like, you need immediate intervention. And I've never been on a pharmaceutical drug, and they had to put me on the eye drops right away. Turns out I'm allergic to like everything out there. So it was just like getting my stress under control. I actually went a couple months ago for like a follow-up, and like I'm like completely normal now. So I attribute that to the nanovi, the lymphatic drainage, like just not living a stressful life, like moving my body, resting, all of that.
Yeah, how do you do all of that? Because I mean, I just had a kid. He's 4 months old now.
Yeah.
And I have taken a little bit of a step back from seeing as many clients, but you know, ramped up a little bit more of the business side of things. And my wife is home taking care of him. So what was the support system that allowed you to do all of that back then?
Yeah, I mean, my parents obviously helped me out a ton. It's also like setting boundaries. So my daughter, Lily James, like if I need a rest, like
Is James her middle name?
Lily James, like is her first name. It's hyphenated.
Okay.
Yeah.
James is my
Oh,
son's
really?
middle name.
Okay.
So it's Beckham James.
Yep.
Okay.
Like setting boundaries and telling her like I need to go rest for 20 minutes and then I can play with you. I think it sets a really good tone and like shows her how to like model like good behavior, right? And so just taking the time for yourself. It's so hard to do, especially like I feel like women and moms, like we always put ourselves last, but you can't do that anymore.
And how's it now?
It's good. I mean, I have boundaries around my time. Like, you know, I'll shut my computer off when she gets home from school and we hang out together and then I don't pick it up again until she goes to bed. But then I'm also like very strict about my bedtime. Like sleep is like the foundation of everything for me. So
What time you sleep?
I'm in bed by 10, sometimes 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, when you wake up.
5:30, 6
Yeah,
o'clock.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right for any kind of business owner. It's like if you're up after 6,
Yeah.
it's like, huh.
Well, sometimes like the best mornings to get the morning time is the best time
Yeah.
to get stuff done.
You're a morning person?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I was
like,
never a night person.
The quiet of the morning, like I get super creative. Yeah, late at night I don't get anything done. Just waste my time.
Yeah, so you were in this whole stressful area, stressful time of your life. You hit a wall, and then what happened? You just quit, and you just went all in into.
Yeah, I just
a new
went all
project?
in. So my dad invested a lot in Revival. He owned a business, you know, my entire life basically. And, you know, I went to him and I'm like, I've got this idea and I really want to bring it to life. And I was kind of expecting him to be like, okay, Marissa, you've had these ideas in the past, but he was like, it sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Like, you should go for it. So I just went for it.
Nice. And
Yeah.
so you rented out a place.
Yeah.
You've got all the equipment. I'm sure the equipment is not cheap.
No, it's not. I
No,
mean,
definitely
no.
not the quality that you
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw how your place looks. It looks really clean.
Yes.
The aesthetic is on point. So I mean, all of that definitely a high cost just to open up the place.
Yeah. Yeah, and the design is like very intentional too. Like when people walk in, I want them to just like feel like they want to take a deep breath. And I think they do that. It's very calming. I've also got a bunch of like wellness products in there. So it's like a little wellness apothecary, like try to showcase like local brands when I can, but really like everything you need in your wellness journey, like I want to be in one place.
So what else do you guys carry? You guys have the Ballancer Pro, which is one of the top products in the lymphatic area, especially not just for the health benefits, but also for the aesthetic as well. The nanovi. What else do you guys carry?
Full spectrum infrared sauna, full body red light therapy.
Okay.
The recharge wave mat, which is electric stimulation and TENS for your back. So it feels like a four-handed massage. It's like one of those things where you just have to try it because I like can't put into words how amazing it feels. Newcom, which is a neuroacoustic device that puts you into a theta state, so really good for recovery and healing, stress and anxiety, all of that. And just Normatec compression as well.
What's a Newcom?
Newcom, so you put on headphones and an eye mask and you listen to music, but it's the frequencies they packed under the music that change the state of your brain. So originally developed for the military for PTSD, changes how your body responds to stress. So you can do 20 minutes up to 50-minute session, and it's equivalent to 2 to 4 hours of deep sleep. Yeah, it's wild.
I'm gonna come over. I'm getting sold right now. I'm gonna come over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try all these things. I'm gonna spend like 4 hours
Yeah.
there.
When people come out of the treatment room, they're like, I don't know what just happened, but that was amazing. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
What I need to do is time it so when I'm done, I'm going home and I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
That would be like the best combination.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So the Newcom, that's cool. The infrared, the full spectrum infrared. What does it look like? 'Cause I know there's so many different. My wife, she's got an infrared mask thing.
Oh, yeah.
So like once in a while she wears a mask, and when she does it, I wear it too. I'm just like, just
Yeah.
make me look good. You know what I mean? But I don't know too much about it. So tell us a little bit more about it. It's becoming a very popular thing that a lot of people are interested in.
Yeah, so the mask would be like red light and near infrared. So that's what we have in the full body panels. It's only 10 minutes because it covers every inch. So the red is really good for your skin, like building elastin, collagen, fine lines, wrinkles, all of that. And then the near infrared is what goes into your joints and your tissues, so it can help reduce inflammation, any type of joint pain, arthritis. Also boost circulation. It feeds the mitochondria of your cells, so it's giving like your cells the energy it needs to perform all their functions.
Love it. And I know some colleagues of mine, very talented physical therapists, not from around the area, and he loves the infrared stuff. He uses it for his high-level athletes, he uses it for his himself, he uses it for his professional athletes. So I think infrared definitely have a place inside the rehab realm too.
Yeah, and it's not something that is like trendy at all. Like there's, you know, countless research studies that have been done on it for all these different conditions. And I always say to people, I'm like, whatever your health or wellness goals are, like just do the red light because it has so many benefits. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, I'll get a report back to you in a couple months when we're more consistently using it. Apparently she said we're not going to use it every day. It's like
3 to 5 times a week.
That's what she said, 3 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
It's super bright.
Yeah.
I use it before bed. Is that bad?
No, it helps regulate your circadian rhythm.
Really? Even with the bright lights?
Even with the red lights, yeah.
Yeah, not the blue light though.
Not the blue light, no.
Okay.
Stay away from the blue light.
Yeah, we got a little bit of both at bedtime.
Yeah.
All right, so you started Revival. Okay, so what's next for Revival? What can we expect?
So we're going to be doing more community events. Like, I love that part about Revival is the community and the people I've met and all of that. So it's kind of bringing like-minded people together. So we have a number of events planned, and then starting in March, doing like one-on-one sound healing and sound baths, which I'm super excited about.
Okay, we got to talk a little bit about that now.
Yeah.
What's going on with the sound bath thing?
So, you know, I get these ideas and I feel like immediately drawn to something, and it was sound healing for me. I've been to probably about 4 or 5 sound baths in my life, and it's amazing. The science behind what sound and vibration can do is just remarkable. So I kind of went down the rabbit hole on that. I bought myself some crystal bowls, and it feels very intuitive to me. So I'm going to get like a formal training and kind of offer one-on-one and then group events.
You think there's opportunity to combine the sound bath healing along with some of the modalities that you guys have at Revival?
Yeah, I think probably within the Balancer Pro I could do, or like I could do like a one-on-one session and then like do the Nucom after, or like get in the sauna just to really help like with the nervous system regulation.
Right, just curating this like maybe 2-pronged, 3-pronged approach to really help people down-regulate the nervous system and help them heal.
Yes, yeah. I really want to create like an experience. Like, yes, I have some people that come in and, you know, do a quick 10-minute session, but I want like to work one-on-one with people and kind of curate like what their wellness journey looks like and kind of help them come up with a protocol and all of that, like create this experience based around wellness.
Cool, I love it. Yeah. Now, where can people find out more about you?
So on Instagram at Revival Wellness Studio, and then I always love when people stop by in person. So I am in Medfield right on 109, so super accessible.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't go to Medfield, come to PhyziX.
Yes.
So we'll be here with the Ballancer Pro and
the nanovi.
The nanovi.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you guys get to check that out in person.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.